port side, the left side, there's a what's called an Orion arm, and that was a pretty significant upgrade from the one that was on there before. So that gives a lot more functionality, a lot of opportunity to do kind of more stuff, better control. And yeah, the most recent upgrade doesn't really give us any new abilities, but it's a brand new arm. And these things kind of get, I think the old one was, I don't know, it was quite old, so it put in its service, but it was kind of time for a replacement.
I believe the way that the jaws are mounted is updated now on the new one, if I remember correctly.
Oh, the way they go in?
Yeah, the way they go in.
Yeah, like changes like that, but it's essentially it's the same. Basically
It's
the
a
same
little
machine.
easier. Oh, we got plenty of room.
We're getting steep.
Yep.
Looks like there's another anemone.
Look at all
right
those
over
shrimps.
here.
Another anemone?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a couple along that line.
Yeah, this one's more closed, and then this one's open up here. Yeah, those might be more like
Definitely getting a
tube anemones.
patch of shrimp. Keep checking the...
And those are squat lobsters?
Yes, next to them.
Squat lobsters, shrimp.
Eh.
I think there's some good signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those anemones I would say is a really good sign. I feel like they're a little bit more, not as hardy as the lobsters and the shrimps are.
Oh, wow. You can see.
Whoa, yeah,
the
look at
anemones
them.
open and feeding versus some are closed.
So cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we're a ways off. Yes, yes, keep it.
Gonna turn the addle lights back on because I gotta check the comps.
Sure thing.
It's a very white face.
Oh, Ark's still there.
So I got another question in. What would you find helpful on Herc that is not currently installed?
A multi-beam.
This is a great answer, yeah.
That'd be real helpful.
Get the Norbit. We had it in 2021, we were using a Norbit on it and did mapping at each of our dive sites. It's pretty handy. But then it takes away because then you're to do a multi-beam survey with the ROV.
Yeah,
we're good.
You're up about 25, 30 meters off the seafloor, so you don't really see anything for a long time, but you're generating this map.
Right.
That then you're like, okay, now let's go over there, let's go over there. Although Herc has the ability to have one. Some staining? Do you think this is... Okay.
Those almost look like shells or something. Mussels maybe, or clams.
Okay.
That have definitely died. Do you think they've been munched on? Is that predation that we were looking at?
It could be predation or lack of nutrients maybe. But those are I think the first time I've seen mussels so far, or clams.
And then in this different colored sediment, again, do you think that that's from the sulfur?
It could be. That's why I was getting a little excited to think like maybe we're getting closer to more venting or recently venting.
So if you're having a hard time getting on, go to nautiluslive.org and you can see the channels directly on them. You don't need to sign in like you may have to on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot over here.
Yeah.
Science, is there a reason that everything is sort of that same like white
color down There's something interesting kind of to the right.
There's something kind of
I don't know if it's a
There's a
fan.
big anemone right there.
And then right above that, I don't know if it's another anemone.
I can't see it that well.
Might be a rock. The scalars are about to go right by it.
Are these just a bunch of, are these clams?
Yeah, they look like some kind of bivalve shells.
Or bivalves?
Mm-hmm. There's a little gastropod right there, a little snail.
A gastropod? That's a snail?
Mm-hmm.
Can we?
What are these that are swimming away right now from the camera? From the
those look like the squat lobsters to me. They're little back tail. You can kind of see them moving. Yeah, that's a gorgeous little anemone down there. Yeah.
Oh,
whoa. Fancy science.
this is, I don't know. Anemone.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's very neat.
Yeah, it's huge. And you can see all these little gastropods and shells hanging out. Take a picture of that.
Actually, this is why we're coming in. We are determining what eruptions we have had, or if there are more floor vents compared to 2004 when we were here last.
getting fancy.
Little friends swimming around.
The etymology of gastropod always makes me deeply happy. Stomach foot.
Stomach foot.
So someone said they found the answer to your multi-beam. Just put it on Atlanta.
That'd be, yeah.
Didn't they
They're
have
still
some
attached.
Argus
Fish down in the
like that
bottom
at one
left-hand
point?
corner.
What's that?
There was a fish in the bottom left-hand
Oh,
corner.
okay.
It's hiding.
Yeah. I think fish and coral are what I've decided to get excited about.
The swimming creatures that we're seeing, we believe are squat lobsters. We've been seeing squat lobsters and shrimp throughout the entire dive today.
Yeah, and their abundance has kind of coincided with the diffuse venting, at least the shrimp for sure.
Lower down a little?
Sure, yeah. I'm coming back over closer to you now.
Okay. Just Roger.
Yeah. So I'll get back over.
Getting a little cloudy again.
Could come up on top of the ridge, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yes,
Jeff,
please.
Yeah.
We're going on top of the ridge.
Yeah.
Roger. I'm going to pull up a little there.
So for someone looking to be able to study a little bit more after the fact, all of our information does go up on nautiluslive.org. You can see the recaps there. You also can go onto YouTube and see the replay there at any time.
I'm going to get you to come down a little bit, Annabelle. Just keep an eye on the ridge, but come down 10 meters because we're
Roger.
so far off the bottom here. I
Yeah,
can't show them anything.
Stretching a little too. All right, coming on down.
So I have a question. Since the ship is moving, is it using side thrusters? Or how is it moving in such slight increments? Nav team?
That's a good question. We use jet pumps and bow thrusters, so we're kind of in DP right now, and we make our movements pretty slow and about like 0.2 knots, so we go kind of slowly, and we keep a heading, and the bridge is being communicated to, so there's a mate up on the top of the ship who's controlling where the boat is moving, so they kind of use the software system while we're in DP, and they make those slight adjustments. So we'll move, 10, 20 meters at a time, 50 meters at a time with a specific bearing in mind, and they're able to implement that in with the equipment and make those little steps using the battle thrusters and the jet pumps, which kind of, yeah.
And DP stands for?
Dynamic positioning.
There you go.
Nice.
The boat is dynamic.
And Isabella, you said bow thrusters and what was the second?
Jet pumps.
Jet pumps.
Yeah, and so the boat is kind of taking on the wind. And then any other extra vectors that it's feeling, it kind of
A little more?
mashes that all up into the water current, even though that could be kind of a multiple different things. That could be
Probably
swell.
because you're gonna have to come up.
And so then we have two different vectors that the DP is reading, which is wind and what they call water, or current. So then those two things usually coincide together, and those are two important vectors that we're understanding when we're trying to control the DP and our navigation.
Very cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone online is loving your Zoom tool, and when you guys write
Yeah,
on the screen,
we're going to this one.
Oh yeah, that was.
they're
Well,
very much appreciative of it. Many people are.
well, I want
Yeah.
more things to zoom on.
Oh yes, that would be a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Are you going to
try
do
it.
a little up and over, or? All right.
Jeff, do you want to like go toward the top or stay on this, like go north from here and then over to the west, or jump up out on the?
I was kind of interested in seeing the top, but I feel like we've moved a little bit away from stuff now.
Yeah.
Let's get to the top.
Okay, waypoint
top.
9.
Yeah.
And then head, towards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see something white.
So
Is that
are
a
there
fish?
a lot of different types of squat lobsters? Because these ones, a person says, are tubular while swimming, and the ones that she has out on the table and things like that look different. How many species and differences are there with them?
Who is that? Right there at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, a little fish. Yeah. So there actually are probably quite a few species of squat lobster. A lot of people will generalize them because the species is really hard to distinguish. You kind of need a really good, overall view, and not only that, sometimes it really depends on the samples, right? So you can have some squat lobsters that are specific to different areas and environments. That's why a lot of people just refer to them as squat lobsters, because it gets a little bit confusing.
Pulling a little bit, but
most are in the
little hesitant
group.
to go down since
I think
we're
you
gonna up
pronounce
and
it
over.
Galeothioidea. Yes, and that's a super family. Yeah.
We're back to really, really murky.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that just because we're pulled off away from the bottom?
A little bit of both,
A little
I
bit
think,
of both?
but I think it is a little murkier.
Yeah, we're pretty far off the bottom at the moment, though. Yeah, just come down 10 meters.
Roger.
We'll have to go back up, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Nav, how much do the conditions on the surface impact the ROV in terms of like pulling on the line? Because right now, you know, there's not a lot of wave action, but if we had more swell, would that impact how, you know, how easily maneuverable the ROV is?
Yeah, that was a good question. Let me check what the water velocity right now looks like 0.7, so that's actually kind of strong. And how it affects the ROVs is mostly affects Atalanta. So Atalanta feels all the kind of tugging that we put on the 6-8 tether.
We're right in there with Atal. But getting
I got too far away from you.
yanked a little there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of times when you have these underwater seamounts and volcanoes, they really affect the velocity of the water around it, so they'll kind of channel and go around.
No, I think if you stay under 340.
Acting kind of like as a funnel, and it just makes the
top
currents stronger, which is why a lot of fauna find it advantageous to dwell on seamounts in these underwater volcanoes, because those strong currents can carry nutrients. And so they don't have to work as hard, especially if they're suspension feeders and they can only pick one place to settle. You don't want to be in an area where you don't get any currents coming through unless you are very mobile, because if you can't move, you can't eat.
The food's got to come to you.
Yeah, some suspension feeders are completely stuck kind of where they are, but some like crinoids, especially feather stars, they can kind of move around to different areas, which is kind of cool to watch them float in the water column. Oh, we got another little
5
fish.
at least. 5 to 10.
Right there.
Oh, you almost got it.
I missed him, he's so quick.
What is all of the white that we're coming up on and seeing?
That's another guy right there. Boink.
The specks?
Yeah.
I think those are squat lobsters. Let's see if I can do. Oh.
Yeah, the little white ones are the squat lobsters.
There's lots here.
Yeah.
They seem.
But not a lot else. A lot of squat lobsters.
Those almost look like some anemones to me right around here and over here. Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them popping up. Whoa. Need to come down a little bit more.
This is pretty good for the moment.
Look at all
You're going to
those.
have to pop up in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
It seems to be a little bit better visibility here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, there's another fish.
there's our friend.
Do we know what kind of, it looks like a finfish.
Oh, there's a couple
3.
of them. Oh, yeah, they're just hanging out.
It's got not a care in the world, just sitting there, doing its thing, just hovering around.
He's hanging out with all the lobsters. Wow, look at him.
So someone asked if our ship is large enough, or if we feel the controls and monitors with the swells. Our ship is pretty stable. I mean, yeah, you can feel it rocking a little bit, but it's very minor and doesn't affect our equipment or TVs or anything like that. It is actually, I've only been on the boat a few days, and it is actually a lot smoother than I anticipated it to be.
There's another little guy chilling up there. How cutie. It's a big ol' squat lobster.
So someone said that the fish's tail looks very flexible. Would that tell us anything about its lifestyle, the fact that it is able to move around that much?
Yeah, that's a good question. So these kind of fishes are kind of referred to as eel-like fishes because they have that tail that's kind of all cohesive, right? There's not really any segmentation to it. And I believe they have their own form of swimming, and it does actually let them move without much major movement occurring, so they can kind of just use a little bit of energy to be able to move in the water column, and they don't have to expend it as much, and that might be beneficial in deep sea environments where it's harder to find food. And so if they can conserve their energy for small bouts of finding food,
start the up and over on
I
this
think
next
that's
step.
would be pretty advantageous for them to not have to spend as much energy to be able to move around when they want.
Does it seem good to start the Atalanta up and over on the next step there?
Oh, you mean to come up?
And there's
Yeah,
a
Well,
fair bit
you'll
of them.
see. You'll see
All
as
right.
you start coming in closer.
Roger.
Roger.
So are we on the top of that caldera now?
A fair bit there. We're making our way. We're almost at the top. Herc is about 35 meters from the top.
Just for people who are just coming in, we're on the Toto caldera, which is where there are possible hydrothermic vents. It was explored before in 2004, and right now we're at 2,939 meters, and the temperature is 1.8 degrees Celsius.
Very cold.
Very cold.
Would you like me to come down so you can pay out in front of it more there, or you're just going to wait till we get over the ridge?
You can come down. Yeah, you can come down about 10 meters.
All right.
5 to 10.
So as of now, we haven't seen any active venting, but you are correct. We have seen a lot of periphery vent species.
We have seen venting. We've seen the like shimmering water. It's more like the low active, diffuse to low flow. We haven't seen the really vigorous like chimney venting, which we'd like. That's the main goal, because usually around the chimneys is where all the life, like the abundance of all the shrimp's going to be, and the clams, and so and the fluid to sample. So we know there's hot water. We know that there's some hot water coming off the sides.
So Kelsey, how did you get into this field?
Why, thank you. That's such a great question. So I am actually a shallow water coral reef ecologist by trade. I studied coral ecology and behavioral ecology, actually of spiny lobsters in undergrad, and then I did my master's thesis in fisheries management of Callinectes sapidus, which is a blue crab, and then I moved out to the Marianas in 2018 in Saipan, and worked predominantly in coral restoration, but also did some GIS moonlighting, and now I'm over at the Northern Marianas College and working as a faculty member there and program manager for the Natural Resource Management program. So I was able to hop aboard the Nautilus for this particular mission in the hopes of being able to develop some internship pathways for our students and some deep sea curriculum for the college. We've got a marine bio class, but again, it's just our shallow water lagoon system. So hoping to develop some deep sea course materials as well. Create more connectivity between the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas and all of the really neat exploration work that's happening out here.
Thank you.
Long story short.
We got time.
Yeah.
Slopes right on the 20 there, terrain.
I am amazed as, we've been on 2.5 hours, the difference of the rock and sediment on the bottom. We started out very big rocky, then to more tube worms, and this is very different from what we've seen even a half hour ago.
Yeah. So doesn't take going very far to enter a new area or different terrain.
Yeah, the deep sea is pretty different and like heterogeneous. And I know when you look at different habitats and stuff, you can be in one, move a little bit and be in a completely different habitat with different kinds of species. So it just kind of goes to show how cool and diverse it is.
Some fishies there on the cinemacan for a moment. Waypoint 9 here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
It's on ROV now.
Yep.
Big old one.
That's going to be like pretty getting on flat up there almost, isn't it? Yeah, you could do like a set.
Kelsey?
Let's go show them 9,
Yes.
and then when you make your next move, maybe try and get Atalanta on the same. Yeah, or like like anywhere in here, you know what I mean? Just not over here, anywhere in this area.
So the feed went out while you were saying that story, and I have multiple people asking for you to repeat how you got into the field.
You had a dry run. That was a good.
Everybody's going to be tired of me talking. All right, yeah. So start from the top.
Yeah.
Come up
Yeah,
five
start
here.
from the
Saying
top.
we missed the story. The feed went out.
Okay.
Inquiring people want to know.
Yeah, come up 5 or so. Just
All right, yeah, so in undergraduate, I worked in a
deltas are
behavioral
like
ecology
11,
lab
12.
studying coral reef ecology, behavioral ecology of spiny lobsters, and their gregariousness, whether or not they liked sharing their sponge with another lobster is pretty fun undergrad work. In grad school, my master's thesis was in fisheries management, studying blue crabs, Callinectes sapidus, and looking at the impact of recreational and commercial fishing, and also doing some
Another
individual-based
gastropod,
population
yeah.
modeling. And then from there, I actually moved out to Saipan as a NOAA Coastal Management Fellow and was working more in the coastal management arena. And then from there, I worked as a private contractor doing coral restoration work and some drop camera work as well as a contractor for NOAA NCOS, and then worked as a small boat captain for a year, and then worked at the college, at the Northern Mariana College, where I'm now the Natural Resource Management Program Coordinator and faculty. And I was lucky enough to be able to hop on the Nautilus for this mission to try and develop some deep sea course curriculum, both geology and biology, and do some, try to create some other internship pathways for our students, and also some knowledge for some classes. We've got marine bio, as I said earlier, but again, it's, you know, all the photosynthetic zooxanthellae and corals and all the light bearing stuff. So we don't really have any deep sea curriculum. So hoping to develop those products as well.
Just keeping the delta around 15.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Got
So
a lot more.
Are these anemones I'm seeing, or what are
Yes.
Yes, those are
Yes.
anemones, yeah. They all look like the same species to me too. Like they all are very similar in size, shape, and color. They're kind of that cool translucent.
They look like you should blow on them like dandelions.
Can we get it to family level, do you think?
We can try.
Okay, we can try.
Let me look.
You think they're all related to each other?
Yeah, they all look, to me at least, they all look like very similar species.
Here are my hexaclops.
So Kelsey, we're back to you. Give some interesting facts about the spiny lobsters you studied.
Who is this? Is this my master's thesis? This is my undergrad advisor. Interesting facts about the spiny lobsters. Well, they're nocturnal. They are extraordinarily tasty.
Yes, they are.
Their scientific name, Panularis argus, means many eyes, which is interesting because it's referring to the spots along their backs, so they look like a many-eyed creature. The work that I was doing was actually in the Florida Keys. We were based on Long Key at the Keys Marine Lab, and I was just a lowly research assistant helping a PhD student, so we would go out and tickle for lobsters. We were following the permit regulations. They're pretty heavily fished, so they have a season. And we had to adhere to the standards of capture. And then we were also, there were some juvenile studies as well, so we'd put out these mats that looked like artificial turf, and we would suspend it in the water column and leave it attached to a buoy floating for a couple of days and see if we were able to get any little aggregate larvae or juvenile spiny lobsters on them. It's pretty neat.
Sorry, did I hear the phrase tickle for lobsters?
I'm sorry, what?
I heard it too.
What did you hear?
Tickled for lobster?
Oh yeah, we tickled for lobster. That's how you catch a lobster. You've got a tickle stick, and you've got a net, and you've got some snorkel gear.
That's how you get octopus too. You use a tickle stick.
Yeah. Now, we obviously couldn't do any of that at this depth, but maybe we could get a tickle stick for Hercules.
Oh.
I have seen the poke stick.
Yeah.
Using the temperature probe as well, just poke it.
Yeah. Let's just poke it. They, like many crustaceans, they tail flick in order to swim. So they actually swim backwards, which is a different swimming pattern than what we see with the squat
I guess
lobsters.
if we want to go right to waypoint 9.
They also
Yeah, go to
line,
waypoint 9.
they also line up as they move from
Pretty sharp, like
habitat to habitat.
100 or even 180. They're right over it now, I think, aren't they? Oh no, Atalanta isn't. Yeah, you can do 200, I think. Yeah.
Annabelle, what is one of the things that surprised you the most getting into this field that you didn't expect?
Oh, we're doing a step here. Something that surprised me getting into the field. 200. I guess it's
I'm surprised that I guess that I picked up on what all the buttons do faster than I thought, I guess. Because I think seeing the ROV like control computers and all that stuff is quite overwhelming at first. I think once you get to know what each thing represents, it's a little bit more manageable. Yeah, I guess the other thing is you have to, that's what it is. You have to keep track of so many different things at once. Like your eyes are on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 screens at any given time, just checking. It's definitely not like driving a car.
To all of the pilots and navigators, are there any video games that could help get you ready to be an ROV pilot?
This is a weird one. I don't know how we feel about this, but like Five Nights at Freddy's maybe?
Oh.
Just from having to check all the screens all the time.
That's how I feel being on the video.
You'd think Subnautica, but probably not.
Actually, someone did comment on how much people had played, asked how much they had played Subnautica earlier today.
Oh my gosh. I play Subnautica. It's a good game.
Yeah,
It's not at all like being an ROV pilot, but it is a good game.
What is the game?
It's a undersea exploration game where it's set on an alien planet and you have to like build little submersibles and stuff to get off of the planet.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It's really fun, but yeah, it's nothing like
Nothing like real life.
no. Gonna come up a little bit for our movement here.
Sure, yeah.
Delta's a bit low.
Could you go back up?
Gonna keep the delta around 15-ish.
Yeah, yeah, you want to come up a bit.
Yeah.
I was trying to find an item. You could just put it as actinaria,
Okay.
very general, and then a new family.
Ooh, yeah.
It's very interesting to me about how all of these anemones seem to be pointing in the same direction. And if it were on land or up shallower, you'd think it was because it was reaching towards the sun or towards lights or something. Is there any reason for it to have done that down this deep?
So anemones are also suspension feeders, and what I mean by that is that they are, you know, settle in one place and they feed by reaching up some kind of appendages up into the water column. So they eat things that are suspended in the water column, thus the name. So they all, it's more advantageous for them to be higher up, which is why you can see they kind of all are reaching up, bending a certain direction, is so that they can move themselves to the best possible orientation to get the most food.
This is a pretty steep slope that we're seeing as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can, this might be up, but
That guy?
see, it's just like
Actinaria.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like we're kind of coming up and over with Atalanta.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to waypoint 9 here.
Awesome. So for those of you who are curious, these anemone are technically in the same phyla as coral are, right? So there's hexacoral and there's octocorals. And hexacorals, you can count their mesenteries, so the little appendages you see sticking out, and they're in multiples of 6 usually. And octocorals are in 8s. And so that's how we identify them. And then from this subclass, then we can break them down into orders. So the anemone kind of make up their own order, and then you'll have things like our reef-forming corals, scleractinians. Those are also in that group, and then our octocorals are a little bit different.
Gonna just keep pulling up here.
So this is waypoint 9,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Herc's on
And
it.
we're, what's our water depth right now? Where is our thing? 29 something?
Herc is at 2934.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, these
Some more fish.
our waypoints depths are not jiving.
What's it supposed to be?
Well, the waypoint on the depth here is saying 3056.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I'm wondering if our waypoints are shifted. Not, or
Yeah, that's not even that close, eh?
no. And a lot of the venting, I'd have to go check with Bill on how he pulled the depths out, whether it was from his GIS or whether it was from the papers. But I think a lot of the venting might be deeper. If these sites all are around the 3,050, 60 meter is where the previous venting sites were found. Let's see, we're still not at the top, are we? Yeah, look at it.
No.
But I don't see much vent fauna or vent indicators. Can you zoom out on the nav, the Herc nav, real quick? Just waypoint 10 is down the slope, I think, to the east.
It's it's
Oh,
over
way
here
over, yeah,
east.
behind my monitor.
It's about 165 meters east.
Are you, is all okay to go downhill that way to waypoint 10?
Yeah, we'll go. I'll do my best to give you something to look at, but it's
harder.
A bit more challenging going down slope. And this is not really, it hasn't been, on the way up, it hasn't been very even either. It's been pretty lumpy. But yeah, we can do that.
Is the plan to like back down the hill?
Yeah, if it's
Waypoint
a
10 is
consistent slope,
down.
then
Yeah.
I would back down it. Yeah, we'll just see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to do like a 15-meter step towards east? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and try it there.
The distance between the 2 points of lasers is 10 centimeters. And you're correct, that's there just so that we can have a size measurement while we're in the water.
So another fish over there on the right-hand side.
He's just sitting there.
Right now I'm just classifying that as an eel-like fish.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. They're very, you really need a good close-up view. They're the ones that are all kind of in that family. They look very similar. I can get you the family though, at least. Yeah, I would say most of them are in. This is just an example.
So I guess
This
other
family.
games that we're supposed to play are sub, ROV, and Fathom Net.
Yeah, so I've actually seen some, I think Roblox too, some people will do fun ocean explore things for kids to go on and look down and learn about species and animals as well.
That's kind of cool.
If I remember correctly, sub ROV is actually an ROV piloting sim.
Oh, okay.
I've never played it though. Is FathomNet the Embari one?
Yeah, it's a citizen science project where you can go in and learn different animals and help identify them, and that is actually used for science to help with machine learning and learning how to use images in order to figure out what the animals are.
Right on top of your Herc, so I'm keeping a higher delta.
Yep. Yeah, it looks good.
Roger.
It's another little fish friend hanging out, swimming along. There he goes. They're so cute, but then I remember they're so deep down that we don't want to bring those guys up to the surface because they're not adapted to our pressure. They're adapted for such deep depths. If just the maybe general words. There's a good picture and you get a good picture.
What is that there? Is it just a rock or
Where?
next to the big white one? Right there.
That.
Yeah.
That's a squat lobster and a rock, yeah.
That's just a big rock. Just look different from the other ones. I don't know.
Hadal altitude's around 20-ish.
There's another squat lobster. They're floating.
So's delta.
Yeah, it's looking good.
What cuties.
Alright. Staying a little conservative on the upward side since we're going downhill.
Yeah.
Every time I see squat lobster or lobster in the ocean, I just think of the song, the rock lobster song, and then it just gets stuck in my head.
So Marin, how did you get into this field?
I was a big fan of Nautilus during COVID. I would like sit in my room and just watch all the live streams. And I'd always been into like film and video and cinematography.
That might be a sea cucumber right down there. This
Yeah.
little guy. Looks like a little translucent sea cucumber to me. You can see his intestines through his tissue. The little orange bout there.
Want to zoom in there, video?
Yeah.
Partial zoom?
Is that a sea pig? Moving?
Let's look at that guy. Oh, how cute. Yeah, you can see his through gut.
Hey, can we take the Herc nav screen and zoom out so I can see the full waypoint tracks? I want to give Bill just a little walkthrough on what we did.
Wow, look at this guy. How cute.
This is Herc nav. In the I think this is the new Herc Nautilus bathymetry. So yeah, we came down here, and between waypoints 3, 4, 5, 6, these all had what looked like diffuse venting. And then as we've come around here on waypoint 9, yeah, do you think we...
Get a picture of
that
the sea
sounds
cucumber.
like a great idea. Well, we've been coming to the top, and the top has been looking a bit like
full wide, please.
like this. But what do you think if we just traverse the ridge?
Figure out what kind he is. Oh, he's got a little friend. It looks like this guy to me.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Video? You come full wide on the Zeus camera, please.
You could put
Thank you.
at least to the family.
Okay.
Here.
Oh,
Hey, Mike,
highlight it fast.
we've got, let's do a little change of plan instead of going directly to waypoint 10. If you can look on the Herc nav screen, we've got a kind of an elongated north-south ridge top just to the south of us. Could we traverse that and just look at what's at the top of the ridge?
Right down the middle of the closed contour.
Yeah, good. The closed contour.
Where are they? Where do they want to go?
That.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. Yeah.
This had diffuse venting over here.
Oh yeah, just tell them to all stop, and you're going to give them
Maybe
a different move. Just say change of plans or whatever.
Okay. That's 50 meters, so maybe they're.
So most of the waypoints are down here, so that is just an east-west shift. That,
Right now in the background we have two scientists trying to determine
But with the
which direction
when we
we're going
have
to send our
like look at
ROV
waypoint
to
9
target some of the
is
mission
at
goals.
3056 from the cruise report, and we're sitting right now at 2933.
Okay, we're going back
roughly.
up.
Waypoint 9, which is where we're at right now. So it's a pretty big difference between the cruise report depths and
It might,
where we've gone.
Argus might wind up going
Maybe.
So that's, yeah, what's Herc's depth right now?
2931.
Yeah. 3056.
Gonna pull up a
Waypoint
little if
9
you're gonna come
from
underneath
the
me.
cruise report was 3056.
yes, sure, yep. Yep.
Yeah.
maybe those waypoints are going to end up being here. If we're
Top of the hour, gonna do another gauge check.
Perfect.
Well, that's what I was wondering, if you got it from the GIS? You just did the grid cell. That could be bad too. Okay.
Yes, the two green lasers are there for us to be able to measure things, and they are set at 10 centimeters apart.
Well, yeah, you can go plug in. You can park.
And as a refresher, we are at the Todo Caldera in the Marianas Trench Marine National Monument. We are about 75 nautical miles southwest of Guam, and we are looking for underwater hydrothermic vents and volcanoes and what changes there have been to the area since its last expedition in 2004. This is the only one I would.
Trying to get those numbers.
Okay.
Look at that.
5-ish.
Now, are both of the ROV pilots able to change out on, you know, between Atlantia and Hercules, or are you on the same ROV for the whole year?
I'm still in training, so no. Or at least not yet.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
You'll get there.
Thank you.
So there's no rock, paper, scissors at the beginning of the shift to see who's going to do which one?
No, not rock, paper, scissors, but once, I think in general we try and once people in the Argus seat start getting some time, you pick some shots to get some easier moments, and then when people are kind of more into training, you kind of try and divide the time a bit more evenly.
Man, I'm having to zoom in on each of these gauges pretty far.
Yeah, it's hard to see, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those white objects that we see on the screen are squat lobsters. We've been seeing them quite a bit today, and they're more prevalent the closer you get to hydrothermic vents.
So we're yeah, and then you should be good on your wraps as well.
I've been keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, awesome.
I'll let you know if anything goes over 1, but
Yeah.
if that's your protocol.
Yeah, exactly. We'll keep it under 1 for sure, but yeah, you should be okay.
Roger.
Is that more sea worms there, or where it gets darker, or is that just rocks? Can't tell. It looks kind of like grass, some of it.
It's hard to tell.
It's difficult.
Motor.
There's definitely detritus or
Those are
debris.
definitely rocks there, yeah. Oh.
Term. Looking good.
The squat lobsters are parachute artists. They swim up into the water column and then float back down when they want to move somewhere. So you'll see them flying through the screen sometimes.
Get
Well, I
cracked in
think
here.
that comment is a great opportunity to, a new voice has entered the chat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who do we,
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Bill Chadwick from Oregon State University.
Go bees.
that's right.
Leading the science team on this cruise. Just coming onto my watch in a bit here, so getting a little preview.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're trying to sort out what looks to be a navigation shift from, that's my hope anyway, from our previous, we're basing where we're going based on reports from previous visits from Japanese cruises, and it's not uncommon for navigation between systems to have little discrepancies, little offsets. So our first set of waypoints were based on where the Japanese cruises saw the hydrothermal vent field, but looks like we've been over all those points and didn't get there. So
We found evidence that we were close.
You're on the periphery,
Yeah,
but
so
not in the heart of it. So what we're doing now is we kind of did a traverse from south to north along, and looking at the bathymetry we just collected before we dove. Looks like we were kind of on the
just come up a few meters.
east flank of a ridge here. This is this arcuate ridge and the floor of this caldera, and from what I gathered from the previous reports, the vent sites is vent site is on the crest of this ridge, and we were kind of going up the flank of it. So now we've turned around, heading back south over the crest of the ridge. So we'll see if we have better luck this time. There's also, in the reports, there's a prominent fissure. So if we start seeing cracks and
Well, I think we
fissures,
were
We saw
seeing
a
some
lot of
evidence
that.
of that at the beginning too. Down,
Okay.
yeah,
where you started.
where we started.
Yeah, so if we see some of those, we might want to start following those. And,
It was very cloudy, so we were
yeah,
also good evidence of
yeah,
the lots of venting,
yeah,
but it was pretty challenging visibility.
yeah. And about what waypoint was that?
In the like 4 or 5
Okay.
waypoints, we were still pretty cloudy in those
Yeah.
first the first probably 2 to 6 was in the clouds.
They're pretty close together.
And we got to 7
Pulling up a
where
So
the waypoint is the fluids, the 170C,
Yeah.
and didn't really see too much.
Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming there's some offset here that we have to figure out.
Yeah.
So I think we head back down towards there and hunt around a little more in that area. We ought to have better luck.
That was my thought as well, is that if anything we're depending on our timing for the total length of the dive, is that we did see vent fauna,
Yeah,
but we did not get samples yet.
right. So I think we'll definitely want to extend the dive,
Yeah.
assuming we can find this.
Well, we do have waypoints for shimmering water and shrimp,
Yeah.
but no chimneys, just
so
little
we were-
fissures.
Certainly we were close.
We were close.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling it.
Yeah. So, what do you think the bottom is here? It looks pretty sedimented.
We've
I-
gone
I-
from like talus slope
Oh yeah,
rubble
I saw
to
that some at the
bouldery
beginning.
to
So it's been mixed.
yeah, very mixed. I'm always this is when you feel the lack of AUV bathymetry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so useful when you have it, and
Yeah.
you miss it when you don't. Yeah, AUV bathymetry just gives you a lot more resolution on what the seafloor looks like. So
There's something swimming.
what we have is
Probably a 30 meter, maybe 30 to 50 meter pixel,
Okay.
so you could fit
The good
almost
things
50 hertz inside of one of these pixels.
yeah. Whereas AUV bathymetry is more like 1 meter, so you can really see the detail.
Yeah.
That helps a lot to see the geology.
Now, since Hercules is taking the temperature, is it easier to know that you're getting close based on that temperature?
Not
Or would it
really.
be so tight that you wouldn't notice it unless you were actually in it?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't really, with the ambient seawater being so cold.
And you have an unlimited supply.
And
Right.
yeah, there's
There's another fish.
a thermal anomaly is
Tiny.
very, very tiny, and only very close to the vent.
Yeah. With really sensitive
Fishy,
instruments, you
fishy.
can see hydrothermal plumes up in the water column off the seafloor, and especially if you have, a combination of sensors like chemical sensors and optical sensors and temperature and salinity, you can detect the plumes, but it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
There's my data. As far as seasickness goes, everyone's a little bit different. I can tell you that on this ship so far, some people have been affected and some haven't. So getting over it just depends on who you are and how your body reacts to it.
Most people are okay after being out of here for a day, then their bodies adjust. So it's really, for most people, it's the first day that's a little questionable, or you have to be careful, take some seasick meds, and then I think for most people, then they get their sea legs, and then they're good to go. But there are a few people that are just never can adjust and are miserable the whole time, and then they choose a different career.
And I will state for this audience member, this is only our first day on the water. So everyone is still working on those sea legs.
Yeah.
I've got my ginger chews next to me.
Yeah.
I'm still working it out.
Lots of ginger chews, ginger ale, staying hydrated.
Staying hydrated is the big one.
Yeah, drink lots of water.
And it helps that our chairs don't roll around. Could you picture if we had these chairs on wheels?
Bumper chairs.
Oh, that'd be a great new sport, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've got a gastropod in the bottom left-hand corner.
Little snail.
What is it?
It's a gastropod. It's a type of snail.
Oh.
Nice. Those guys make such good models because they don't move very fast. Meanwhile, these squat lobsters, on the other hand.
Whoa, whoa.
Squat lobsters have a lot of energy.
Yes.
Is there any sort of reason that all of the life down here is all like the same sort of whitish color? Adel heading's about 195.
Sounds good. I just put in a move at
Color
about
doesn't matter
200,
in the dark.
just so we don't pull. I've been doing kind of 210 typically, but just
There
trying
is
to keep
no
us on the
light.
top of this.
All right. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
they can,
Yeah.
if they're kind of white like that, I would imagine they're also pretty translucent too, which might be a benefit. I know we saw that sea cucumber earlier and you could literally see through to see its stomach. So they don't really need to depend on coloring too much though, since it's pretty deep down. But there are a lot of fish that are really bright red, and that can be advantageous because when you go down in the water, if anyone's ever gone scuba diving, red and orange colors are kind of the first colors that fade away pretty quickly, so they can use it as a method of camouflage.
That's the gauge check.
Roger.
20-minute long gauge check.
I always like the species in the deep sea that are just brightly colored. It's so fun, like wonder why they choose that color.
That leads me to the question of how do the ROV pilots white balance the cameras?
There's a thing on craft, right? Yeah, there's a white panel that comes down right when we hit the bottom, and we got a little thing over here on video that we match it to the white table, to the white little sheet.
Nice.
Adel heading at 180. We're heading due south.
Lovely.
Ooh, I'm gonna turn that light off. Oh, there we go.
So for the audience, if these cameras weren't white balanced, really what we would just be seeing is a lot of browns and blues, and there wouldn't be a ton of color or definition. So white balancing is a pretty important part of any sort of underwater videography or photography.
I
Now-
feel like we're starting to get hazy again.
We're
just
heading
a
back
bit.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the last minute or two.
It's
we
also
started
gotten more rocky.
You think we're going to start seeing those cracks again and big lumps of things?
Oh, that'd be exciting.
Shrimp?
I think we just go and find the shrimp and follow them.
Take us to
That's a
your
good
leader.
Well, we didn't ever get a sample, so
True, we still
they
need to
should
get
take
some
us
shrimp.
to their leader.
You think their leader's like a big shrimp that lives in one of the vents?
It'd be easier to catch.
Uh-huh.
You think that fit in a slurp?
There's another one of those snails off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we are moving south over the kind of top of the caldera, is that correct?
And head down a little bit?
Yep.
Yes, I think so. I'm trying to find what kind of gastropod.
So someone wants to know what upgrades have we made? I know that Hercules got a new arm, but are there any other upgrades to the ships and equipment?
Since when?
Says this season. So in the last year, I'd assume?
Oh, you know, this one's more like mess related, but we did just get a new coffee machine.
Oh, yes,
Very important.
It went from like an 8-cup at home to like an industrial, you know, that's
Yeah.
equipment.
It
Yeah.
did
On
ask
the ship.
upgrades for the ship, so
You
that
know.
is a total upgrade on the ship.
For
I
context,
agree.
there's 50 people about living and working here.
And everybody loves coffee,
Coffee's an
Everybody loves
important
coffee.
fuel.
especially for these 12 to 4 watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to sleep.
No.
And the other thing that is new this year is we'll be taking Orpheus, which is an autonomous vehicle, out on different dives as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think, yeah, Hercules got a new arm with more functionality, so that is a big one. I imagine there were other improvements too.
I mean, the wide field camera array is a thing, but I think we've had that for a few years.
Mm. I think so far my favorite piece of equipment is the screen we have back here on the science team to point things out.
Oh yeah.
Drawing things and trying to catch things in the freeze and point. It's almost like a fun little game.
Yeah. Science Telestrator, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
First one I've seen.
So I don't know exactly what upgrades or what was done to Nautilus when
No,
they
I
were
think
in
they-
Subic Bay,
If I'm
but I do know that they were in for annual servicing and maintenance on the boat. And so it ported there till it came over to Guam.
Visibility is definitely going down, so that's probably a good thing, but makes it a little challenging. Maybe we were just a little higher off the bottom there for a second too.
This definitely is changing back to where we were earlier.
Good way to tell is with the Atalanta cam, because you'll really see the visibility drop off.
Yeah.
Mhm. Now it's very rocky.
Yeah, some good signs.
It's very interesting to me that none of these rocks are rounded off.
Oh yeah.
Like
no.
I think of a lot of times in the ocean where it's had movement due to currents and such, and they're
Yeah.
round, and none of these are round.
Yeah. That only happens, you know, near shore.
Mm-hmm.
So wave action on the bottom. So we're way deeper than that.
Yeah.
Only angular rocks down here.
Mm-hmm. Which the anemones seem to really like. Gives a good place to anchor down and hold on to.
There aren't as many anemones here as what we saw like 20 minutes ago.
Well, you say that, and there's like a new little bunch right there.
There are some. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Oh, now. Okay. Yep.
Herc, are you mowing the lawn a little bit down there?
It's the best part of the ocean. It keeps you
Doing the
humble.
switchbacks?
Now you're going to be like, oh, it's been a while
We're
since
doing
we've seen a vent.
Trying
kind of a
to capture
donut.
a little bit more.
And then boom.
Hey, whatever works.
It's obviously running away from us, right? That's how that works.
You know, I wonder if I can do what I used to do with scuba diving. I used to take the book of the region and point and say, I've never seen that. And 3 times in a row, I saw it the next day. So one of you guys needs to be handing me a book of what you want to see. And I'll just point, see what happens.
Yeah. That's so fun.
It is interesting to see on the ROV nav how Atalanta will swing with the ship and then Herc will sort of...
Yeah, it's very cohesive, all moving together. Lots of moving parts.
It's also delayed, which is an interesting component.
The sort of follow through with the swing. Kind of a bit of momentum.
There's another little gastropod there.
Is it possible for us to go a little more towards the south instead of the southwest?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, we were talking about you earlier today. Tell us about when you got to see the underwater lava volcano.
In the Marianas? Here?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 2009 eruption in Mata.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
The Jason one,
Yeah. Well, in the Marianas, there was an active volcano, too. We called it Northwest Rhoda because it's located northwest of the island of Rhoda. Very clever naming scheme. Yeah, we first started exploring the volcanic
Want me to come
arc
down on the delta a little?
here in 2003.
Or a little bit. Just watch that stuff on your...
That year we were
outside
mostly
there.
Keeping an eye on
mapping
it.
the
We got
seafloor
about-
and then
We also
looking
got about 20
for
meters
hydrothermal plumes in the water column. So we didn't have an ROV with us, but we saw a plume with unusual chemistry over that submarine volcano. So the next year we came back with an ROV and dove on it, and a bunch of other seamounts too. But yeah, found it was actively erupting. The first time deep water eruption had ever been seen on Earth. Pretty exciting. So it was kind of low-level explosive activity, and kind of the amazing thing was, let's see, that year it was coming out of a cone with a crater, so there'd be these bursts, and you know, all of a sudden ash and rocks would be falling out of the water, and there'd big plume, and then it would clear, and then it would do it again, and so. But we kept coming back to that site and the Marianas in general made, you know, we could only make so many dives each field season, so we kept wanting to explore new sites and go back to the exciting ones. So the next time we came back in 2006, that cone had landslid away and kind of exposed the vent, and so that time we could go right up to the vent and just watch it erupting, and so this was at a depth of about 550 meters, so there was enough water pressure to kind of subdue the explosive activity and make it approachable. So it's just kind of a mind-boggling thing to be able to watch that happening, because, you know, you can imagine
a reset on ROV nav?
on land you would not want to do that.
The DVL?
Next
Yeah,
to an
the DVL.
exploding volcano, a little more dangerous, but underwater it's like, wow, this is approachable and fascinating. And yeah, so, and that volcano was more or less continuously active for at least 7 years. You know, we don't know how long it had been going before we ran across it. So that's probably one of the reasons why we found it. It was because, or, you know, found it erupting because it was going on and on and on. And yeah, and then we last saw it erupting in 2010, and then it, as far as we know, it stopped soon after that visit because there haven't been any changes since. Well, the only other time we went there was in 2014, didn't see any changes, and at that, we made a dive that year. Is that right? Yeah, and it was not erupting. So as far as we know, it's been inactive since then, but we don't really know because it could be, and we
Bring her down a
wouldn't
little
be
bit.
able to detect it. So that's one of the sites on our list for this cruise is to go back there, remap it, see if anything's changed. It has its own biological community around there's seafloor hot springs that are diffuse and low temperature, but lots of animals there, shrimp, 2 different species of shrimp and limpets and barnacles and crabs. So want to see what they're up to. And yeah,
A little bit of a decrease in ADL-Viz.
being a volcanologist, it was a very exciting thing to witness and study, and I came back many times to see more of it because it was pretty cool.
So
And
cool.
the amazing thing was every visit it was different. You know, it was the style of activity was different. We learned is that these submarine volcanoes, especially if they're being explosive, they throw out a lot of fragmental debris. You know, ash and lava. You know, not flows. It's all broken up, and so this stuff piles up. It's on a steep cone. So eventually it becomes too steep, and then it landslides down to the base of the cone. So that we saw that happening over and over again, many different scales. So there'd be small scale slumping, and then in one time between visits in 2 separate years, there was this huge landslide that removed a lot of the summit, and you know, a huge volume of material was moved from the top to the bottom of the cone, and that really changed the summit and the habitat where all the animals were, and the venting style changed, and so that was amazing to be able to document also. So these volcanoes are, when they're active, they're very restless, very dynamic. That's why we want to go back to the seamounts we know have been active recently to see what's changed and learn more about all that, how all that works. Okay, so visibility is still pretty low, so
We're coming up on a little bit more squishy stuff up ahead, on the sonar at least.
So
Yep.
we are about 8 hours into what we hope will be a 16-hour dive. Other dives in this expedition will be longer and can go up to 72 hours.
I'm guessing this one is going to be longer too, since it's taking us a while to get to where we
Right.
want to go.
So those lasers, will reiterate that again, they're 10 centimeters apart, and that's used to help for measurement.
It's more
So,
anemone.
those have.
Yeah, it's getting pretty cloudy.
It does not look like anything that we have is powerful enough to cause a mega tsunami. These are smaller eruptions, and many are hydrothermal vents. They may change the seafloor bed a little bit, but these are not dangerous volcanoes that we know of. So this is open to everyone. What are the strangest rubbish you've found on your missions?
Gosh.
I haven't seen that much, but one I remember is this was in a different location at, I think, working in the Northeast Pacific with an ROV, and I think we were looking around for an instrument on the seafloor or something, and all of a sudden we saw a sign, like had a little anchor and like a little flag, and it said, I forget what it said, but it was some greeting, and we were all trying to figure, what is that? And it turns out the bosun on the ship had dropped it over the side for us to stumble across. So, yeah,
That's some good aim.
which is was kind of interesting because I think, I've always found that when you're in an ROV control van and you're seeing the seafloor on these screens, it's a little, I have to keep reminding myself that's directly under my feet, under the ship, because it could be anywhere, right? It could be like Mars, or you're watching a TV show or something, but that's actually like right under the ship, way down there. And so that coming across that note really, like, oh yeah, he just dropped it and went straight down, and there we were, like we're right there. So that totally makes sense. But it was that kind of really drove home that where you are, you're right under the ship, and the ship moves and you move with it.
So no, we will not be doing any archaeological events on this current expedition, but stay tuned to nautiluslive.org, because on other expeditions that we're having this year, we will be doing some archaeology type missions.
I heard a rumor from Trevor that he found a whole bathroom on ONC.
Oh,
A whole bathroom?
Yeah,
Bathroom.
a whole bathroom.
look at all these lobsters.
We found a sailboat on ONC once, and that was with Marina.
A sailboat?
Yeah.
What's that one?
And I think we probably have all found a pink flamingo or two.
Oh, we know that story.
Yeah.
And there are lots of shipping containers down there. I'm told that's quite common to happen upon.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of ship rubbish gets thrown off, so sometimes people will find nets or anchors or weights or bridges and things.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the major shipping lanes could be determined just from the seafloor debris along them.
Probably, yeah.
There's a lot of squat lobsters.
Yeah, look at all these guys.
So someone would like to know, how much longer do you expect it to take before you reach the site?
That is a great question. Well, clearly bringing in the lead scientist ups our chances.
Oh, okay.
And it's on him now.
True.
Well, I think you let him back. Look at what we're seeing up on the screen now. We're getting a lot more.
Yeah, the density of squat lobsters is going up. Maybe there's a little bit of staining on the sediment. I don't know if that's any vent activity, but we're getting back to closer to the vicinity where we saw the diffuse venting from earlier in the dive.
Right. Yeah.
And the thought process for where we're going right now is that we were close before, but we just needed to shift west and not north like we did.
Right. So it's going to take us a little while to get back down there.
You're just having it take a while because it goes to your watch. I think I'm going to take this.
We almost got to turn
as soon as my watch starts, that's when we're going to find it.
We got 0.8 on the 6.
Let him,
so
let
I'm
him have
come
it.
back around.
I enjoy the watch.
Loyal.
It's thank you. This watch is the best watch because it sets up the next watch.
Exactly.
We're not about fame. Okay, we're a little bit about fame.
We're team players over here.
Yes, it's the crew.
It's all about the setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the back row, we're just going to do a little bit of tether management before we hand over to the next shift. We've almost got a turn in the 6-8. So
okay, so you're going to do a 360?
Yeah, so you're just going to lose the bottom for a second.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be harassing you.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
So I have a question from someone. What type of degree would you suggest someone getting that wants to be a data logger? They've watched these streams since they were little and always wanted to do this kind of work.
Oh, wow.
A degree? What degree would get you to being a data logger?
I think it
Well,
could be anything.
it could be anything. If you're good at
I think just
meticulous
the interest and
interest.
enthusiasm
Yeah,
would go a long way.
For reference later.
Let's ask Kelsey. What degree would you recommend for somebody who wanted to be a data logger, on a future cruise?
Well, we got Kelsey's whole backstory,
Yeah,
so
not
you could
once,
you
or
could,
twice.
Oh,
you could just do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll refrain from doing that. To be a data logger, a science background's probably helpful. Data management, it doesn't take much. You just need to be trained.
yeah, right.
I don't even think that you really need much of an educational background. What's helpful here is working with the second scientist and having the identification, because I'm not used to these organisms.
Sure.
So I think that that's really the biggest challenge, is trying to get things down to, a genus level if possible, but family realistically.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're getting help with that. Yeah. So and I'd just say also, like, being a nice person. That's always nice. Being able to work with people.
Yeah.
And
Being able to answer questions with a smile.
yeah, that's always a plus. But yeah, data logger, no, I'd say no special train. You get trained before you do it, but no special education background necessarily. On our other courses, we often just bring students who are studying the kind of thing we're studying, so they can be undergrads or graduate students, or it's just a way to get them out to sea and get experience and see how data is collected and all that. So yeah, studying the field that you're most interested in, and then looking for opportunities to go to sea and see how it's done is the way to do that.
Yeah, I would say that I was actually not on board the ship
210-ish?
to be a data logger, but this was a role that just needed to be filled so that May could be down in the data lab. So I received the training, and
110?
here we are.
Yeah.
Raj.
I think being the data logger is one thing, but getting on the ship is where you oceanography, marine biology, marine geology. Also, there's the whole engineering track where if you're working with the ROV, the mechanics and mechanical engineer,
Yeah.
oceaneering stuff.
Chemistry is another route.
Where you will likely find yourself on a ship, maybe being a data logger in addition to some other role. That's one way to be a data logger.
And there are all different types of careers that can get you on the ship. Myself, personally, I am an elementary teacher, and I'm here to help make the science-y become a little bit more down to everyone's level. Not that we don't need the whole full science-y too. No, you're good.
Have fun.
Yeah, I'd also like to note that deck operations are a huge component of this as well, and that's actually what I do a lot of in my earlier career, and what interests me the most is kind of the manual deck ops of things, but I've only ever done that on small vessels or as part of a larger kind of expedition team. Yeah, so a lot of different career paths.
I think the willingness just to learn and try new things can really be your strongest asset when you're wanting to do things like this. I mean, I come from a background in undergrad where I studied sea turtle conservation, and I was just interested in the deep sea, and so I applied to a bunch of grad programs just to get more experience and had no prior knowledge at all, and then started a master's program, and here I am. So I think as long as you're a kind person and a team player and willing to help out wherever is needed, I think that can get you very far.
And to me, enthusiasm is a big thing. Like when students come to me and like really are interested in something or really want to participate, or that gets my attention. So
Yeah, that's how I got into my lab in undergrad as a freshman, was I just kept knocking on my advisor's door. I was like, can you please let me study this?
Persistence is key.
It is,
Just
yeah.
keep trying.
And I think it's fun. Both Sierra and I are from the middle of the country. You're from Arkansas, and I'm from Missouri.
Us landlocked people, we get so intrigued by the ocean because we don't have any of it near us. We have to go really far to see it.
Yeah.
I know, I'm spoiled. Well, Kelsey's spoiled too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Living on Saipan since 2018 has definitely been a privilege, and it is paradise.
Yeah, just come up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Still get a fair amount of little squat lobsters hanging around, but a lot less than we saw earlier.
yeah.
Now I have a geology question, and it's referencing maybe about 10 minutes ago. We were seeing some red in the rubble rock. Is that iron sediment, potentially? Does that feel a little better?
Probably. Most
More?
red, orange, yellow
Does that feel all right?
staining
A little more?
is
Oh,
iron
that's
oxidizing, basically natural rust forming.
Yeah.
It often,
I know, I saw the tether too.
is encouraged by hydrothermal venting. So, the warm water kind of starts those chemical reactions that oxidize the iron in the rocks, and sometimes it'll be on microbial mat too. If the microbes are doing something with iron, they can be, the mats can be yellow, and there's a different kind of yellow though, and that's sulfur. I know these vents that we're looking for are very sulfur rich, and they are, at least in 2003, we're building sulfur chimneys, so that's going to be a different yellow.
Yeah. Like the yellow that we're seeing right now on these rocks, perhaps?
Not
Not so much.
yeah, no, that's
too
not
much
sulfur,
here.
and there's not a lot of staining.
Okay.
So
Oh, now we're up to bigger boulders again. Well, those aren't
Yeah.
boulders, but larger.
Yeah, more like cobble sized.
Yes, there you go. That's a better.
What is it, the Windworth scale? We
Yeah.
can go by. Yeah, I've got little pebbles and boulders.
Does Outreach have any good reference for what 10 centimeters is? I use a shaka. That's 15 centimeters
Oh.
for my size hand, but
That's
I don't know.
actually.
Yeah.
Look at them all in the water.
yeah, skydiving.
Whee! They like get up there and then they go whee!
Now they just need to synchronize themselves. They can have a new sport.
Synchronized parachuting squat lobsters.
It is kind of mesmerizing to watch once they get in that position and just slowly go down.
Do you think they just get a little bit frightened by the ROV moving towards them, and so they think about swimming away?
Yeah, they get disturbed a little bit, like, oh, I better get out of here.
They're not used to the bright lights.
They're just scared. They don't want us to collect them.
Uh-huh.
We've tried unsuccessfully so far.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. We swung over.
Yeah. So right now we're going to be switching off to our next watch. I'm going to pass you off to Amanda, who will be working with you, and everyone else will be rotating through. You do get to keep Bill, though. He'll still be here.
You should mute your mic before you take it off, I'm hearing some mic rattling, but I don't know. It must not be you. You're not plugged in. Morning. Yeah, so we're going to have a little pause here because the watches are changing and we're informing the people coming on watch as to what's going on. So that's on the ROV team and the science team. I think I'm going to relocate myself a little bit. Well, maybe I'll do that later. Okay. Johan, can you hear me? It's Bill over here. So ideally, we'd like to go like due south from where we are here. They just did a move with the ship to the east, so I don't know what it's currently trying to do, but if we could come from where the ship is now, if it could come south and slightly west, because the earlier in the dive, we went over those waypoints where we thought the hydrothermal vents would be, and they weren't. So we were trying to explore the area to the west of that previous track line now. So just to get you, do a mind meld here with you. Squat lobsters are thinking they need to move out of the way. So we're still swapping people in the control van here, so we're kind of paused for a few minutes. Got to hand over a lot of information about what's been going on, any issues with the vehicle. So the new pilot's talking to the previous pilot, and the science team swapping out too.
Hey guys, okay. Where am I going?
We are trying to go south, more or less south, a little bit west of where you're at.
Okay.
We've been, so the red track line that went through the waypoints, they were going south to north. Those waypoints were from previous Japanese expeditions where they found the hydrothermal vents, but we did not find them there. So there's apparently a navigation offset in some direction. So we were trying to go down the crest of this ridge that's in the bathymetry, north to south. And so we'd like to keep going south, you know, sort of paralleling the previous track line, but a little bit offset to the west, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, south and slightly west. Yeah, like that. And then continuing south from there. So I'd say you want to go more south than that. Yeah, yeah. And then when you get to the next contour, then due south from there, sort of. But something like that.
All right, coming down.
So like I'd have the ship go southwest for about 50 meters and then due south for about 50 meters.
Okay. Zero and 225. Okay. Looks like I'm lined up pretty good, right? So come down a little.
All right. We've got new watches in place. We're coming
Okay,
back
Johan,
down to
whenever
the
you're ready.
bottom to continue our search.
So let's see. Am I dragging you, Sarah?
Potentially, I'm trying to turn right now.
Okay.
During switch over, kind of lost you.
Gotcha. I back down a little. I think I'm a little tight on you. There we go.
So, there we go. All right. You're kind of... All right, so you're, what, gonna cross under me or? Keep
No,
going?
so I'm just getting a little closer, so you could turn. I think I was pulling you, right? Now I'm gonna try and get down.
All right, got you centered. And up. We'll see if you like it around like 20 or we'll get a feel for where you like the tether at.
Okay.
The delta.
Man, it's so smoky.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. Got no heading on.
All right,
down a bit.
So the ship's, we're going 300, right, you said? Yeah. Oh, that way, okay, so I need to go, I need to rotate a little. I thought it was 300. No worries. Oh.
Yeah, I am getting pulled a little bit now. I'm going to keep coming
Okay,
down.
yeah, we're a little far from the boat too. Okay.
A little high.
I'm only 4 meters off the ground, but there's nothing to see.
Yeah, can you get up closer?
I'm trying. There. Might.
There's
See,
the bottom.
Good morning.
All right, I'm plenty low right now. We're at 12 meters.
I think
so
that
you should be able
was
to.
part of the problem. Let me get my camera down some. Okay. Come on, bump.
All right, and then I'm going to
There we go.
try and spin around. I think I'm just getting pulled a bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to come a little more south directly towards the ship because I'm lagging behind, and then that should give you a little tether. I just got to get my... All right, pushing ahead.
Yeah. Right now we do have one tether wrap, it says.
Okay.
But we'll get situated first.
Oh, okay. I was reading the wrong wrap. Well, I got no horizontals here. That would help. Whatever. Okay. Now we're cooking.
Could we get closer to the bottom?
Yeah, I'm 4 meters off, which is not super high. There's not much to see.
Well, it's very cloudy, so we need to be closer so we can see what.
I'll try.
And then we are coming up on something in Atalanta's.
Yeah, there's a little.
So
this is the wall here to our left. So.
Because I won't get any closer than that.
Okay.
I'll pull up if it gets within so far.
All right, you're at 14 meters. Okay.
Sarah,
should I take my spin out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sarah, on those sonars, the Atalanta's the left one?
Yep.
And what's up? Is that what's your heading?
My heading right now is that, oh, I am getting pulled a little bit. Yeah.
So I'm going to...
What direction is that?
Hold on one sec, because he's taking a spin out, so it's just kind of rotating.
Okay.
So is that better? Okay, excellent. I always have to find the balance.
I get to be the annoying one reminding people too.
My eyes trained on the new screens here. Okay, there's our spin out. But let me get on heading down.
I think that structure in the Atalanta sonar is maybe something we want to check out, because we're looking for a fissure, and that kind of looks like a fissure.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
If you can tell me what heading that is from where you are.
So vehicle heading right now is 143.
How about it from
just south?
I'm trying to interpret Atalanta's sonar image.
I see.
Yeah, which we are opposite each other right now.
Okay. So do you have tether you can maneuver now? Or do I need to come back towards you?
I think that we're okay, just depending on which way we want to head. If I'm sitting where I am right now at 315 and
we want to do
Bill wants to
225.
check out potentially what is in the sonar. I'm just trying to let it run since I'm holding still now.
Okay.
Because it might have just been all the movement to make it look if we're moving while it's scanning.
Does Hercules is snail trail?
Oh, okay. So you need
shorten with time, or is it is that the whole dive track or just part of it?
Are you plugged into the top or the bottom one?
All right, so it's kind of settled out, so we don't have this, doesn't show that because of the stretching of how we were moving with the sonar. It's not the huge mass that we were seeing, but there is something off to Atlantis starboard.
To Atlantis starboard. That's north of us, quite a distance, right? So that's 20 meters off your starboard side.
Yeah.
Up the wall. Okay. Do you want me to go up there, Bill?
So where is it?
That would be, I want to say like almost north.
It's like here. Yeah, it's like north. Or sorry. Is north up
where
or?
we're Atalanta's pointing at 315 right now. And
315, and it's off to the right. Yeah.
Oh, is it up the heading or is it up north?
the heading, so if we want to go like, what is that, slightly to starboard, if we're looking at that mass to starboard there,
yeah,
we would want to come around, which if we're at 315 would then bring us more north. Well, north of where Atalanta is right now, I guess. Not
the bright stuff on
the
that's
bright
on
is on the starboard,
that's
is
starboard
on the right.
side. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No worries. All right.
No, you're good. And Herc sonar, I think Atalanta's each one of those ranges is 10 meters.
20.
Or 20, and Herc's is 10, so it's
right.
more close up.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm going to come, I guess, up to your starboard side.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that structure?
I will come a little starboard so that way I can face it head on.
Okay.
And keep you out in front of me as well.